attendant at the 13. Okay, for today, we move to new chapter, and it's about the function, chapter 4. Okay. Okay, in chapter 4, we say it's a lecture 14. This is the lecture 14. So we can define a function. What is a function actually? Okay, then we can define a function. We have a type of the function. And we can recognize before
Doktor,
we, yeah,
sorry, ada macam gangguan bunyi.
bukan bunyi. Okay, boleh dengar tak? Kalau macam ni ada gangguan ke?
Tak ada, boleh dengar.
Kalau saya, sekejap. Saya pasang ni, kalau saya pasang ni dengar bunyi gangguan.
Tak ada.
Tak ada? Tak ada eh? Ada dengar ke tak ada dengar?
Boleh dengar.
Okay. Saya ulang balik. Okay, so today we can move to the new topic, new chapter. This is a function. So firstly, we can define what is a function. Okay, so from that we can know this function is well defined or not. Okay, and also we can define the injective and subjective. Actually, an injective and subjective function is a type of the function. Okay, so before we know about the function, I want to relate first about the relation. Okay, before this, our lecture is about the relation. Okay, we recall back, because relation and function is related each other. Okay, so a relation is a set of order pair. Okay, so we know that this an element of the relation is a pairing and with the coordinate. Okay, let's say I give the example, and the pairing is a 2 3 -1 and -1 5 5 2 9 9 is a 0 -6. So this is a pairing from the set A and set B. Okay, this is element of the set A, this is element of the set B. Okay, and then we can say this is a relation, and in the relation we know the type of the domain. Domain, what is a domain? Domain is a set of the all x values in the relation. So dalam relation ni, in the relation ni, And in the set A, we can say element of the set A, we can say D is a domain. So what's the domain? Can you give me the answer of this domain? So the
Two.
two. Okay, I do the red green color here. So 2, -5, 4, 9 and 0. So this is a domain. So how we want to write down the domain? So you must write down the domain. Nampak tak kat situ? X value can return in a set from the smallest to the largest. So you can write return from the smallest and to largest numbering dia. Ya, kena tulis dalam uh, values yang daripada kecil ke besar lah. Walaupun 2, -5, 4, 9 and 0, you may know you must arrange the number from the smallest to the largest. So the domain will be uh, uh, -1, 0, 2, 4 and 9. And okay, selain tu, except the domain, as we know about the range. Okay, range is the set of the all y values in the relation. So, meaning that there is the blue color here, 3, 5, -2, 9, and -6. So we can return as the range is a -6, -2, 3, 5, 9. Also, we can return from the smallest to the largest. Okay? So this is a domain and this is a range from the pairing of the relation. Okay. If I do the make a mapping diagram here, okay. Actually, this is a red and green color is show about the domain. This is a set of the all x. Okay, and the blue color is a range, is set of the y color. So the relationship between each other, we can do make the relation, and which is a relation assigned from the input to the output, which is x with the y. Okay, so I make the I do the relation from the set A to the set B. Okay, so when we look at this, actually this is an element of the set A, this is an element of the set B. So the relation can be written as the pairing of this coordinate, from the 1 to the 6. Okay, so 2 to 2, 3 to 4, and 4 to 8, 5 to 10. So we can return as the relation in this form. Okay, and also in mathematical relation, when can show in the pairing from the mapping of the input and output, and we can show using the order pair. Okay, yang biasa ni is in the pairing coordinate -2, 2. So you can recognize what is domain, what is the range, and element of the set A and element of the set B. Okay, we can show also from the table here, and between the x from the coordinate axis x and axis y, and also we can show about the graph. Okay, so this is axis x, this is axis y also. Okay, and yang before this, yang I show before is about the mapping diagram. Okay, show about the input, this element of the input, this element from the output. So you can show either one lah. Nak buat yang mana pun is still same lah. Okay. And so mathematic relation is the pairing of mapping from of the input and output. Okay, so we know that is a input is we can say this is a domain, all the set input, and all the output values we can say this is a range. Okay, so I want to differentiate between what is a relation and what is a function. Relation actually is a relationship between two set. And so we have a two set from the input. We have show about the input and show the output. And what is a function? Okay, function. And this is a new topic today. We want to learn. Okay, function is a relation, a platform to show to show the relation about the each input to the one and more than maybe and one one and more than output. Okay, so in our real life and every days we come across different type relation between the object. So the concept and relation the concept of the relation has been developed in mathematical form. Okay, so mostly the word of the function and according to the history introduced by the Leibniz, he is a mathematician in 1694. So function is a special type of the relation, but you must make sure you and noted is each function is a related, but and not each relation must be an function. Okay, which is function is a relation, but its relation is not function. Okay, so we go further for our new chapter here, and it's about the function. Okay, so and we know first about the function, definition of the function. Okay, so we let the a and b. Okay, and a and b is a set. Okay, but this is a non-empty set, so means the set have some of the element, bukannya empty set. Okay, so a function f from a to b can be denoted by the f a to be the b is a relation between the set A and set B can connect every element, which is A is element the A to exactly one element B element of the B. So one element in set A can assign and maybe one or more than and one or more than time by the A. Okay, so we can observe that. Okay, D is a set A, D is a set B. So every element on the set A must be assigned by the set B. Okay, semua ada kan assign ni, or by the set B. So D is a function. Okay, and function also can represented by the graphically in several ways. Sama ada without either we use the Venn diagram here. We have a set A and set B, and connection is a function. And also we can use the mapping diagram with the graph here. Okay, and we can also plotting the graph. Okay, we can know about function also can be represented here. Okay, before we go further for the function, firstly we can know what is a well-defined function. Okay, well-defined function. Also we have a set, two set. Okay, I give the example. We have a set A and also set B, and also set N and B is a non-empty set. So the function we can return as the f. Okay, double dot A to B. Maksudnya we have a two function here. Okay, this function is well defined if each element the A is an element of the A. Sorry. So they exist unique. Unique means we have a one solution only. Element B, element and small b is element of the set B with FA equal to B. Okay, so in mathematics, we can say this is a well-defined function, or we can say unambiguous if its definition assigned it's a unique one solution only interpretation of the value. So otherwise the application kalau selain daripada tu we can say is not well defined. Okay, a function is well defined if it gives the same result when the representation of the input is changed without changing the values of the input. So contohnya, I give the example. Okay, if f intake as a input, okay, if we have a f05, it doesn't equal uh, for the function f1/2. Okay, and one okay, we have a x is a 0.5 equal to 1/2. So let's say lah, I make the map diagram. So from the 0.5 here, okay, go to uh, the the two element from the set B. So f05 is not equal to f1/2 here. So kalau ada if have this situation, so we can say this is a not defined and not a function. Okay, so I give the other example to you understand well what is a well defined function. Okay, let's say I give you the example. We have a set A and set B. Okay, and element of the set A. So this is element set B. Okay, one assigned by the 5, two assigned by 5, three assigned by 6. Okay, 4 assigned by 6. So we can say this is a function. I give the three. Contoh kat sini. Okay, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Okay, so this is a set A, this is a set B. Okay, so which the set is a well-defined function. Ini saya bagi nombor 1 is a number 1, this is a number 2, this is a number 3. Okay, so we look at the number 1. Number 1 is a well-defined function or not here? 3 dekat sini. Sorry. So this is a well-defined function or not?
Yes.
Okay, I may say this is a well-defined function. Okay, good. So this is a well-defined function because all element in the set A assigned by the set B. Semua dia elemen dia ada dalam set B ni. Okay. And number two is a not element well-defined function. Also is number 3 because one ni tak ada assigned by the others element. Okay. Also for the okay, I give the another number 2 is not one is not assigned by the others element in set B. Also for the two also element of the set B. Okay. Ya, saya padam dulu. Ada masalah pada sound saya. Saya tak apa dengar. And okay, I give you the others example here. Okay. And okay, a function f from the set A to the set B is a row and kejap ya, kejap. Saya tak apa dengar. Okay, I repeat again. Our slide. Sorry. Okay. So a function in set A and B is a rule correspondent that assign to each element X in the set A exactly one element in set B. Okay, we look at this mapping diagram. Okay, we have a set A, the green color, and with the element of the set A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, another one is a set B. We can say this is a set B. And this is a blue color. The element is a 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, and so all the element of the set A, we can say this is a domain. And all the element of set B, we can say this is a range. Okay, so kita tengok we can see. And is it the X value can be assigned by the on by to one the element the y. Okay, so 1 4 4 8 2 2 5 6 and also 3 10. So if we look at this, we can say all x are assigned by the element the set B. Semua ada kan, the assign, dia ada kepunyaan by the pairing each set B. So we can say this is used for the all x. Okay, and no x has more than one y assigned. So we can say the x value can be only signed to one y sahaja. So exactly one element in set B. Mesti ada satu element. Dia tak boleh kalau dia tak ada kat sini. So we can say this is a function. Okay, so this is a function. Okay, we look at another example and we decide is it this is a function or not. Okay, sama juga the same question from this one. Okay, just we assign je nak tengok 1 4 and 4 4. Okay, so they assign in element 1 and 4 assigned by the same element the set element of the set B. Okay, is it also the 2, also the 5, also the 3? Okay, you think this is a function or not? Function ke tidak?
Function.
Function sebab semua all the set A and element of the set A assigned by the set B. Okay, dia assign, semua ada kawan dia, partner dia dekat set B ni. Okay, so we can say this is a function also. Okay, so the second condition, we can say x can only have one and y, but it can the same y. it can be the same y. Dia boleh jadi same y as another x get assigned to. So boleh juga. So we can say this is a function. As long as element of the set A must be assigned by somebody. Okay? Tapi kalau dua kali macam ni kan, kalau one, saya kata one ni assigned by dua kali, this is a not function. Okay? But kalau assigned by the y, only the one, and same y is a is can. Okay, kalau yang don't understand about the function tu, okay, I give you the real life about the example lah ya. Contoh yang paling nampak this is a function or not. Okay, a good example I give you related. Okay, dengan dekat dengan kita ya. About the student. Student, your student. You a student. Okay, is student in our maths class this semester are set sebagai set A. Okay, ni student. Awak lah maksudnya kan. Is your. Okay, so so taking the MTH 3200. So this is a subject. Okay, after you do the test one letter, you can get the grade. Okay, grade. Ada 2. Okay, contoh I give you 2, 4 and 6, 8 and 10. Okay, setiap every the student must be have the one grade only. Isn't it? Boleh tak dia boleh sampai 2 grade dia dapat one student? One student only have one grade. Isn't it? Betul tak? So, dekat the green color in set A must be, okay, let's say lah, student number 1 must be grade set 2, grade 2. And student number 2 can get the grade 10, 3, 8, 4, 6 and 5 and 6. Okay? So, boleh tak the student here, okay, the student number 2 get grade 2 times 4 and 10. Boleh tak? Tak boleh kan? So it's a not, it's a wrong. Okay, only one student only get the one grade only. So we can say the relation above the function is no, tak boleh. So this is a not function. Okay? Okay. So jawapan dia can only be assigned one grade only. Okay. So 2 was assigned both 4 and 10. So B is a not function. Okay. Kita check lagi the other function. Okay. So you look at this. Okay. Is it B is a function or not? Okay, referring to the previous student and the grade and her grade and their grade tadi tu ya. Okay. Okay, student 1 have a grade 6, student 2 in grade 2, let's say lah. Okay. But number 3, the student number 3 is didn't get assigned to the anything. Dia tak ada apa-apa pun, dia tak assign. So, comparing to our example previous, a student in math must be receive a grade if semua hadir kan, attend the test one. So, make sure the student must have a grade, reserve a grade kan. Kalau number 3 is not reserve the grade, so this is a not function. Okay, lebih nak faham lagi dekat the set domain element of the set A ataupun the green color ni must be assigned lah one time. Boleh? Kalau dia tak ada, is a not function juga. You can say. Okay, kita tengok another one. You look at this. Okay. Is it this function or not? What you think?
Function.
Function. Apa cakap tadi? Okay, Danish, are you here? Danish?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. What do you think of this of this mapping diagram? Is it this function or not?
I think it's a function.
You think this is a function? Okay. And can you give the reason? Danish?
Yes.
Okay, never
Hold on,
mind.
doctor.
Okay,
Yes,
never
doctor.
mind. And another one, another. What else? Macam mana yang lain?
Function,
Okay, why Nurul?
because every element in set A assigned to element, at least only one element in
Good.
set B.
Only one must be assigned. Okay. And so if this a function well defined, so you can look at in the set A also. Okay. Element 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, dia mesti assign dengan somebody. Okay. Sorry. Dengan okay kan? Okay, dia mesti assign satu sahaja. Satu sahaja. Only one time sahaja. Only one time. Okay, if you want to recognize that, okay. Okay, kalau kat sini kan, even though, uh, even though you look at this, okay, student number 1 and student number 3 have a grade 2. Okay, walaupun even the same grade number 2, memang ada kan student secara logik, mesti ada student yang sama markah. Betul tak? Macam Danish dapat obtain the 15% in test 1. Also for the Nurul Hidayah and obtain the 15% and percent in test 1. Is it? You understand or not? Mesti ada yang sama kan dalam satu markah tu, dalam satu test tu. Faham tak? Tapi,
Faham.
tapi but however not student tu kalau dia buat macam ni kan. Okay. Kalau saya buat macam ni lah. Kalau student number 1 satu she got the 6. Satu lagi she got the 2. Boleh tak 2 time dia dapat markah tu?
Tak boleh.
Tak boleh. So there is a not function. So only one student can be obtain the one grade only. Okay, dia tak boleh dapat sampai 2 grade. Dia ambil 2 kali, ambil 2 kali pun dia bagi 2 kertas ke? Tak ada sampai jawab 2 kertas kan? Okay, so you remember about the real life kita. Okay? Okay. So this is a fine. Each student get only one grade only. So more than one grade get A. So we can recognize this is a not function. Okay, so we can say this is a true. So we can say this is a function. Even though the student number 1 and student number 3 have the grade number 2. Okay. So, okay, I give another example. Okay, which the following are well-defined function. Kalau dia function means this is a well-defined function. Okay, we look at the graph. Okay, and when we look at this graph, it is show the function. Okay, we look at number yang ini kan. Okay, so every coordinate having the pairing lah between the x and y. So we look at this one. Okay, contoh let's say I give this is a -5, this is a -3. So only the one pairing dia kan. So dia tak ada campur. Okay, okay. Which part you look at this? This is a not well defined function. Which coordinate that you see here? Yang ada sama and then is a not defined function. Tangia, can you give? Tangia, you hear me?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, can you give me which part the function is not well defined? Either you give me the coordinate. No idea?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Okay, you look at this one. Okay, we have a three function here. Okay, this one, and this one. Okay, you look at this. Between the graph this and sorry. Okay, between this graph this and this graph. Okay, yang the final the point here is a two three. Okay, and then this graph also we have a 2 3. So ada dua kan kat situ. So we have a 2 here to answer here. So this is a not defined function. So this is a part of the well-defined function because we have a two coordinate with this function and this function here. Okay? Okay. So f, this is a function a to b, fa equal to b. So where is a element the a, b element the b. So we can say set A is a domain of the F. Set B, we can say this is a codomain. We can say it's a codomain. And element of the set B, which is B, small b, we can say this is an image. And element of the set A, we can say small a here is a pre-image. Okay, and what is a range? Range is an element assigned by the domain. Okay, macam mana kita nak tengok? Okay, okay. So this is a function. We have a set A and set B. Okay, so domain we can written as a capital D, and element of the set A. And codomain, D is a B, element of the set B. All the element the set B. And range, we can written as a capital R, F. And all the element the set B, which is B equal to FA. Okay, we look at this. Contoh ya, I give you one set. Okay, so find the domain, codomain, and range. Okay, D is the set A, D is the set B. Okay, can you give me an element of the domain? Siti Aisyah, boleh tak? Oh, Nurul, Siti Aisyah dulu. Domain dia berapa?
Domain dia 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Okay, Nur Shasha, can you give me the range?
A dengan B.
A and B. Okay, good. Is true. Okay, Ahmad Aiman, can you give me codomain? Aiman, are you here? Tak ada. Nur Faiz boleh? Nur macam mana nak sebut your name? Faiz?
Nur Faiz.
Nur Faiz Okay.
Yes.
Kodomain
Kodomain AB. AB.
AB. Are you sure?
ABC.
ABC or AB?
I think AB.
Final answer from you. AB
AB.
or ABC?
AB.
AB. Okay, another AB. Okay, final your answer. Okay. Ada nak try lagi?
ABC.
ABC.
Terus.
Ismail.
Ya saya. ABC.
Are you
Untuk
confirm
kodomen.
ABC?
Kodomen ABC. Kalau saya tak silap lah.
Okay, you look at the remarks from the number 2 here. B element of B. So all element the set B must be codomain. Okay? Okay. Tengok ya jawapan dia. Okay, domain is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Semua all the element of the set A must be codomain. And must be domain. And what is a codomain? Kalau domain is all the set A, element of the set A is a domain, and codomain must be all element the set B. So A, B, C, and range yang assigned by the codomain sahaja. We can say D is a range, A, B. Okay, is it clear, Nur Faiz?
Clear.
Okay, I hope the other student understand about the differentiate about the to determine between the domain, codomain, and range, especially about the codomain and range. Okay. Okay, so we go for the other question. Okay, F 1, 4, 2, 3 and 4, 7. Dia tak bagi pun the mapping the diagram. So the domain, what is a domain? Dia dah bagi kat situ kan. So the domain is a 1, 2 and 4. So this is a domain. And the range assigned by the codomain. So meaning that this is a 4, this is a 3 and this is a 7. Okay, so what codomain? Codomain all the set B. So semua yang set B is a 4, 3 and 7. So we don't have any element of the set B. So this is exactly this is a codomain also, because if we are taking or we do make the diagram here, maybe the diagram maybe 1 to 4 and this 4 and 3, 4, 7. So 1, 4, 2, 3, 4, 7. So this is a domain 1 to 4, and this is a codomain or the set B 3, 4, 7, and also the range assigned by the code assigned by the domain. So also 3, 4, 7 here. Okay, kalaulah the question number C, okay, 2x. I give you the 2x without show the pairing coordinate here. How we want to do? So given here, z to the z, which is this integer numbers. So you can do the z. And maybe make sure started from the 0, right? 1, 2. Okay, so negative, all the numbers from the negative part. Okay, from the negative part and the positive part also include the 0 here. So if the, let's say f negative 2, okay, we got it the negative 4. Okay, f and I give the negative 1 is maybe is a negative 2. Okay, semua ni element codomain from the element of the set A is include the Z. Okay, also for this one is a range for the set B is include on the Z also. So we can say when D is a codomain, D is a range. Okay. And how about this one? So you can draw the graph maybe. Okay. Look at this. You can sketching the graph. Okay. Exponent x. So we can assume the graph will be here. Okay. So dia semua masuk kan? Negative 3. Dia exponent sampai infinity to negative infinity. So you can sketching the graph and show this is a codomain dia negative infinity to infinity. Okay. Okay, so this is about the function and how we want to determine this is a well-defined function. So meaning I give you well-defined function must be the set A must be assigned by the set A. Okay, only the one. Okay, this is a function. Okay, so we go for the type of the function. Ada nak tanya tak pasal ni well-defined function? Before we go uh, the type of function. Ada? Ada nak tanya tak? Tak ada eh? Okay.
Doktor. Cuma nak kepastian kalau well defined function kan, dia punya elemen X tu mesti kena guna semua
Ya.
Lepas tu kalau
maksudnya okey kalau saya bagi kat sini kan elemen dia ada A, B, C, elemen of the set A mesti assign dia satu sahaja. Dia tak boleh dua. Kalau ini bukan function. Tapi kalau A, B ni satu dia pergi ke sama yang sini, ini function. Okay, so you must know about concept the student and grade tadi tu.
maksudnya doktor, well defined function tu many to one lah
Many to one.
Sebab banyak X kepada satu Y.
Oh itu
Tapi still all element X guna use.
Many to one maksudnya maksudnya A ni boleh dua tiga kali ke maksudnya?
Bukan, many to one maksudnya dua elemen X untuk satu Y.
Betul.
Okay. Thank you,
Kamu
doktor.
faham konsep yang tadi ya? Setiap student hanya ada satu grade je. Dia tak boleh ada dua grade. Tapi grade boleh banyak-banyak. Tapi student maybe boleh dapat banyak student boleh dapat satu grade yang sama, maybe boleh. Okay, so many to one to one tu saya dia masih belajar dekat tingkatan 5 SPM semua. Bukan? Tapi for the bachelor ni dia tak ada dah tak ada, maksud saya dia tak ada dah perkataan banyak many to one to many tu tak ada. Faham tak Isma dan yang lain?
Faham doktor.
Tapi konsep dia sama saja. Okay. So dia dah tukar pada which is type of function. Okay, kita dah tukar macam Isma cakap tadi ada one to many to one. Okay, maybe dia dah tukar kepada nama yang lain yang kita boleh panggil. Okay, ini saya panggil one to one, which is we can say dalam matematik injective. Okay, injective one to one. Maksudnya every element in set A must be assigned only the element of the set B. Okay, unit ni have a one solution only. Okay, nampak tak ini? Nampak tak ni set A? We look at the set A. an element of the set A must be assigned one only in set B. Nampak tak? A pada Z, B to the X, C to the Y, D to the W. So D is a function. Firstly, you must determine D is a function or not. Okay, D is a function because element of the set A assigned. Dia ada assign kan? Assigned by somebody. Okay, so D is a function. Okay. Lepas tu kalau you can determine D is a function, baru you can recognize D is a one-to-one or not. Okay, D is a one-to-one because element the set A assigned by the one element in set B. So we can say one-to-one or we can say D is injective pun boleh juga kita panggil. We can call injective, we can call is a one-to-one. Sama sahaja. Okay, boleh tak? One-to-one, only the element set A must be assigned one element set B. Kalau lah I give you the E kat sini kan, element the set E without assign somebody. So D is a not function. D is a not function. So we can't declare D is a one-to-one or injective. Sebab E ni mesti assign dulu, baru kita boleh declare D is a one-to-one or another. Faham tak?
Faham.
Okay. Maknanya type of function ni you must declare first D is a function or not. Okay. How we want to declare D is a function or not? Okay. Set E in set A must be assigned one time by the set B. Baru boleh declare. Lepas tu baru kita tengok this is what is a function, what the type of this function. So in this case, this function, injective function or one-to-one, which is every element of the set A must be assigned only the one set B. Okay, so I give you the solution this one to show this is a one-to-one or not. Okay, we look at the first part here. This okay, you look at this. Is this a function or not first? Function tak?
Function.
Function sebab semua assign kan? Okay, barulah kita boleh determine this is a one-to-one or not. Okay, this is a one-to-one or not? Here.
One-to-one.
One-to-one because every element the set A assigned by only the set B only one sahaja, sekali sahaja. Okay, nampak tak ni? Tak ada pun bercampur kan? Okay, so D is a one-to-one and also D is a injective. Kita boleh panggil dia, one-to-one or D is a injective. Okay, D is a one-to-one or not?
No.
D is a function or not first?
Function.
Okay,
Function.
D is a function sebab assign semua kan? Okay, baru kita determine D is a one-to-one or not?
No.
No, because we have because element the set A assign two time to the set B kan? Ada dua kat sini. So this is a not one-to-one, but this is a function. Okay, kalau lah, okay, why important you declare first this is a function or not? Because kalau lah, if this is a not function, you may not to declare this is a one-to-one or the type of the other type. Okay, yang pentingnya kena declare dulu this is a function or not. Baru you boleh declare this is a type of what. Okay, this one, number 3. This is a function or not?
No.
Not even a function because the set A we look at this two time here. So D is a not function. When D is a not function, so we can define D is a type of the function. Okay, so D is a function. D is not a function. So kita tak boleh define dia ni function apa, tak boleh. Sebab dah tak bukan function lagi. So Okay, so you can differentiate antara ni dengan ni dengan ni. Okay? Okay, ada question tak? Any question? No? No? Okay, we go for those. Okay, injective, we can call also one to one. Okay, sama juga. Okay. So, okay, we look at this example. All element is a function. So, an element of the set A is assigned by the element of the set B only one time. So, this is a one here. Okay. Okay, so secara as a writing, this is an injective function. So you can use f, a function f. We have a set A to the set B. We can call it injective or one to one in only if A1 element a set A and A2 element a set A also will be FA1 equal to function A2, which is A1 ni sama dengan A2. Okay, so boleh tambah dalam note awak. Tak tambah kan? Ini masuk dekat dekat nota yang baru iaitu satu muka surat A4 papers, boleh masuk untuk function punya chapter lah. So ini cara penulisan dia. Nanti kalau ada proving, you must use for this one injective, and also you can use for this term for the injective. Okay. So dia mesti sama lah, A1 must be equal to A2. So we can say it is injective. For this one, when we look at this one, this is not injective because this is a not injective. This is a function, but this is a not injective and one to one because in element of the set Y is a 2 time here by the assign the set X. So dia bukan ya. Okay, so to strategic to prove this function not injective, so daripada sini this is injective. So if you want to show this is a not injective, so you can you might write down A1 is not equal A2. Okay, so kalau ini bukan not injective. Okay, let's say I give you example about to determine using the proving through the injective parts. Okay, H is the function and R to R. Okay, you can define H ni is injective or not. So you berilah dulu kan X1. Okay, we have a two element here. X1 and X2 is element of the R here. Okay, to show this injective, which is X1, okay, we put X1 and X2 in the function. X1 must be equal X2. So you gantikan, substitute in the 2x plus 1 here, which is with the X1 here and X2 here. Okay, the last part you can got element of the X1 must be equal of the element F X2. So this is injective. Okay, daripada sini kan? Daripada sini dia kena show A1 must be equal to A2. So we can say this function is injective. Okay, pukul 9 dah. Okay, another one. Okay, can you determine this function R to R with definition F1 modulus X is a one-to-one or injective? Sama lah kan, one-to-one or not, ataupun injective or not. So kalau modulus ni, we know that this is a positive number. The answer will be positive. The answer will be negative. So we can give the example here. Okay, kalau X is let's say is a 1, maybe dia akan jadi negative 1 and 1. And also this element include the real numbers juga. So when we do this one, this function X in negative 1 equal to X1 equal to 1. So A dia, A1 sama dengan A2 dia kan yang ini. Element A1 is not equal to A2, which is this is not injective. So we can prove that negative 1 is not equal to 1. So we can say this is a not 1 to 1 here. Okay, kalau nak bezakan antara 1 to 1 to 1, we can look at from the element of the 1 and element of the A2 tadi. It's not equal. Okay, itu part of the to prove using the injective. Okay, any question before we go to the second type of the function? Tak ada? Okay, we go for the second type of the function. We can know about the surjective. And then the last part nanti kita akan masuk, we go for the composition function. Okay, surjective. Okay, surjective ataupun we can call this onto. Onto pun sama. Kalau awak jumpa perkataan wording the onto or surjective, this is the same. Okay. Apa about the surjective and onto ni? This is a function yang include yang relationship between the set A and set B. We can return as the A to the B. This function. Okay. Maksud dia every the element of the set B. Every element of the set B is the image at least one element of the set A. Okay, kalau previous the lecture tadi, one to one, kita look at dia mesti assign one time. Tapi for the surjective ni, we can look at the image ya. Kita tengok dekat image dulu. Dia ada assign tak? Only at least must be one. Kalau lebih, if more, 2 times, 3 times, boleh juga. It can. Okay, so in the subjective to determine this is a subjective or onto, so you look at the element B or codomain. Element B ada tak assign? Contoh I give lah. Ada kat sini kan elemen D kat sini. Dia not assigned by the element set B. Dia tak ada pun assigned by element set B. Ini bukannya subjektif. Dia mesti ada satu ataupun 2 kali pun boleh, 3 kali pun boleh. Faham? Is it clear or not?
Clear.
Okay. Okay, so a function AB onto or subjective if the range is equal to its codomain. Macam saya cakap tadi lah, codomain dia, range dia must be equal. Range dia, okay, awak dah tahu kan differentiate between the range, between the codomain. Okay, sometimes range and codomain is not equal dia punya number of the element dia. Is it true? Sometimes macam tadi kan Faiz cakap tadi ada AB, lepas tu jadi ABC. Sometimes is not equal dia punya number of the range and codomain. Tapi to determine this is a subjective, range, number of the range must be equal to the codomain dia. Maksudnya kalau lah codomain dia, range dia have a ABC, codomain dia must be ABC. Tak boleh ada D kat sini. Tu yang saya maksudkan tadi. Is it clear or not? Must be equal to its codomain. Diam je. Pening ke macam mana?
Clear, Doctor.
Okay, so onto function map to the set A onto over the covering and the entirely on the set B, not just over the pitch of it. Okay. Okay, I give you the illustration of the onto. Okay, kita tengok macam tadi juga about the subjective. Okay, you can you try to do this first? Okay, ini you means this is onto or not? Before we declare this is onto or not, you must declare this is a function or not. This is a function or not here? Function kan?
Yes.
Function.
Function. Okay, this is onto or not? After that we
No.
declare this is
No.
no, because ini tak ada kan? So this is a not onto. But this is a one to one, is it?
Yes.
Okay, kita nak tentukan yang ini onto and one to one tak? Okay, before we recognize this, B is a function or not? Okay, so D is a function, but D is a not onto, but D is a one-to-one, or D is a injective. Okay, the second part, D is a function or not here?
Yes.
Okay, D is a function, okay, because set A assigned by the somebody kat sini. Okay, but here, is a one-to-one. Is it true? This is a one-to-one, and or we can say this is a injective. Also, this is a subjective, okay? Isn't it? Dia one time boleh, two time boleh. Okay, for the onto, you look at for the set B ni ya. Don't see about the set A. Tengok kat sini. Tapi before you decide this, you must determine this is a function or not. Okay, yang ini? This is a function or not?
Yes, function.
Okay, this is a function. Okay, so this is a one-to-one, auto or what?
One-to-one only.
One-to-one.
One-to-one, okay. This is a one-to-one. This is auto?
No.
Not onto because yang set B ni tak ada include kan. Codomain, okay. Onto must be codomain must be equal. Number of the codomain must be equal with the range. Okay, kalau lah range dia masuk dekat sini, range dia A, B, C, D, but dia assigned by somebody. Tak ada E kat sini. But codomain dia ada satu lagi kan, dia tak sama kan. Codomain number of the codomain is not equal to number of the range. So D is not onto also. Okay. Okay, the last one ni. D is a function or not?
Function.
Okay, function. Okay, what type of this function? Onto? One-to-one? One-to-one, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
One-to-one, okay. One-to-one, is it true?
No.
Onto.
Tak, one-to-one tak tadi?
Not one to one.
Not one-to-one because nampak tak ni? Dia hanya oleh
Ada
satu
dua.
saja kan? Ada dua kat situ. This is a not one-to-one or not onto, not injective, but this is a onto, is it?
Yes.
Ataupun onto we can call this a subjective. Okay, so I hope you can got the differentiate between the onto, between the one-to-one. Okay, onto is same with the subjective. Onto one-to-one is the same injective. Onto is a subjective. Okay, you can differentiate between each other, and you must first you must declare this is a function or not before you recognize this type of the function, one-to-one or onto. Okay, any question? Tak ada? Okay, kalau malu nak cakap ke apa ke, boleh type je dekat chat tu ya. You can type on the chat platform tu. Boleh type dekat situ. Okay, kita dah tahu, kita I hope you can understand and can recognize, differentiate between the subjective and injective. Okay, so cara nak tulis dia macam juga tadi injective. You can make sure, okay, you can put ending your note in the note for the chapter 4 ni. Okay, you look at you write down function A to the B is a subjective if every the B, dia tengok, dia look at the for the codomain ya, B element the B, they exit Z element the A. Mesti ada, okay? So such that FZ equal to B. So you can using this definition to prove this subjective. Kalau dia not subjective, is not subjective, dia just the chain between this one. Z is not element the A. Z element the A is a subjective. Z is not element the A. It show this is a not subjective. To differentiate, to declare this is a subjective or not. Okay. Okay. This example show about this not subjective because P and R is not assigned by the set A. Okay, contoh ya, I give the contoh if you want, you need to prove that is a function is subjective or not. Okay, this function is given the hash here. Okay, show this is a subjective function. So to prove that, you can declare first, okay, every ataupun all the element y is a element the real numbers and exit. Ini maksudnya simbol ni maksudnya exit ya. Exit X element the R. Such that XX equal to Y. So you need to prove that. Okay, from the Y equal to X plus 1. So you can find what the X here. So just interchange je kat sini kan. So bring 2 to down here. So you got it the Y, subtract the 1 over the 2. B also these real numbers. So put back again from the ni, put back, substitute the X you obtain here. Okay. So put down and got it the D is a Y. Okay, dia nak sama dengan B punya elemen tu. So kita dapat balik lah. We got it the Y here. So this is a subjective, or we can say this is auto.
Doktor. Sorry doktor, boleh ulang balik bahagian proof.
Okay, bahagian proof ni, okay, you just look at from this one lah. From this one. Okay, guna je yang ini. Ini for the subjective, this one for the not subjective. Okay, for this one, just awak ambil taking ni kan. Dijadikan Y sama dengan X square here. So awak got the X tu berapa? Yang ini ke? Bukan yang ini kan? Sorry.
Bukan.
Ini.
Okay. Tak apa.
Okay. So XS ni dia tukar pada Y. Okay. So Y equal to 2X plus 1. So you must find first X is Y. So just tukar je. X is a dari sini kan. Y subtract the 1. So we got it 2X here. So X is a Y over the 2 here. So substitute X ni, masukkan balik dalam ni. Dia jadi Y tak? Faham tak? So dekat sini dia jadi Y kan?
Maksudnya selepas kita inversekan dia, lepas tu kita masuk dalam balik.
No inverse. Sekarang dia bukan inverse lagi.
Jadikan X sebagai subjek dulu.
X jadikan subjek je. Ni tak masuk inverse lagi. Nanti kita baru masuk inverse. Okay? Just nak substitute. Kita let's dulu x ni as the y. Okay. And then you just change the x pada y. Okay, so you obtain the x ni apa. Then dah dapat ini, you substitute again in dalam ni. Dalam ni. So dia dapat tak y ni. So dia dapat lah y ni. So x equal to y ni tadi. So this is a subjective. Okay, Isma?
Okey doktor, boleh.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Okay, contoh lain ya. Y sama dia. Okay, so dia suruh show this is a not subjective. Okay, kalau contoh yang ini is not subjective. Okay, kalau awak tengok kat sini, awak boleh let's lah kepada dia bagi contoh kat sini, Y sama dengan negative. Okay, dalam cases ni sama ada awak boleh directly using this one ataupun kalau dia be the real numbers ni kan. Real numbers is include the negative part. So negative part bila kita bring down here x square ni, so dia tak we can show this is a not subjective lah. Sebab dia semua positive number kan. So kita boleh give the example here. So dia bagi example dengan taking the negative values here. Bila dia masuk kat sini is a not real number. So dia tak not real number, so we can say is not subjective. Okay, so ada dua lah. Satu kita boleh directly use this that, or we can give the example to show this is a subjective or not. Okay. Okay, habis finish for the subjective that part. Okay. Actually, type of the function, we have a three type of the function. Satu injective, it show about the one-to-one. And the second one is a subjective, it show about the onto. Okay, we look at the part of the image, or we can set B. Okay, and then the third part, third type of the function is a bijective. Okay, yang tadi tu kita ada one-to-one, we can call the injective. Okay, yang kedua, the second is a onto, we can call this a surjective. Okay, the last one we can call this a bijective. Okay, bijective ni hadir certified is certified if type number 1 and type number 2 is certified. Faham? If both injective and subjective is certified. Kalau dia ada both dia, this is injective, also this is a function is a subjective. So we can declare this is a bijective. Contoh ya, this is a one-to-one, right? Betul tak? One-to-one kan? Contoh pertama ya. Contoh pertama, this is a function or not? Function, right?
Function.
Okay, kedua, this is a one-to-one or not?
One-to-one.
One-to-one. Ketiga, this is a onto or not?
Onto.
Onto. Okay, keempat, so this is a bijective. Boleh?
Boleh.
So this is bijective. Okay, function is a one-to-one corresponding of bijective or reversible or inversible if it both one-to-one and auto. Okay, macam itulah. Okay, kita tengok kat sini ya. Type of, okay, this is a general function. Sebab semua ni assigned by the assigned oleh set B. So this is a general function. Okay, is it this is a one-to-one? Ada tak?
No.
One-to-one?
Yes.
No.
No one-to-one.
And is it the onto?
No.
No, because Isma,
Sebab one of the element B is not assigned by X.
tak. Tapi dia function. Is it true?
Yes,
This
this is
is a
function.
function, but we can't declare this is a one-to-one and auto. Once you got, you can declare this is a one, not one-to-one and auto. So this is also not bijective juga. Dia bukan bijective juga. Okay. Okay, we look at the second type. Okay, this is a function.
Yes.
Okay, this is a function. Okay, this is a one-to-one or ejective?
One-to-one.
One-to-one. Okay. This is a subjective or onto?
No.
No, because macam Isma cakap tadi. Okay. Okay, this one is a function.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, dia tak ada two time kan? Kalau ada two time macam tu, dia bukan. Okay. Okay, this is a subjective.
Yes, subjektif.
Subjective, okay. Semua ada kan? This is a injective.
No.
No.
No. Okay. So ini kita boleh declare this is a not jugalah, not bijective. Yang ini pun not bijective. Okay, this one, the last one. This is a function.
Yes.
Yes, okay. This is a injective.
Yes.
Ada kan? Okay. Injective, this is a subjective.
Yes.
Okay, semua ada kan? So this is injective, one-to-one. This is a subjective and auto. So we can call this is bijective juga. So ini adalah semua termasuk yang include dalam saya cakap ni tadi. Ni. Ada ni. So we can call this a bijective. Dah habis. Okay, so bijective dia tak ada dia punya wording dia lah untuk tu. So dia include two type tadi. So this is called this is a bijective. Okay. Before we finish, so ada satu lagi topik penting about the composition function. I think you are familiar about the composition function. Okay. Okay. Actually, composition function is a show about the two function. Okay, two or three function pun boleh. This is a F and G, two function, melibatkan include the four set A, B, C. Okay, we can say this is a composition function F and G yang we can denoted from the G composition F if the function A to the C. Okay, so we can denoted as the G composition F ataupun kita boleh tulis sebagai GFX. Okay, macam mana? Saya tunjuk kat sini lah dalam gambar raja untuk lebih senang, more easier to you recognize this is a composition. Okay, this is a set A, this is a set B. Okay, connection between the set A and set B, we can using the function F. Okay, between the set B and set C, relationship between each other, we can use for the G, function G. Okay, A to the B using the function F. B to the C, we use the function G. So to use the composition part, so we can terus directly here. So we can return as G. Okay, from this one ya. G, F. Dia terbalik, dia patah balik macam tu. G completion F, which is GFX. A lah, buat kat sini A. Okay. So cara nak buat dia, if you want to solve, you can put first Fx, then the second part you can use for the G. Ni number one, step number one, this is step number two. How we want to do? Okay, kita try ya. Okay, given here, so you can find G dot F. Apa dia? So the given here Fx is 2x and Gx is x plus 1. So to find the G composition F, so G, Okay, so kena buat ini dulu. Step number 1, baru step number 2. Okay, fx. So tulis, write down g. Tulis balik. So kita do it the fx. Fx is a substitute with the 2x here. Okay, so equal to g2x. So g what? Gx plus 1. X plus 1 here. But you must substitute x, every the x with the 2x. So letak kat sini 2x lah. So you got it the 2x plus 1. Boleh tak? Tak faham ke? Understand or not?
Faham, doktor.
Okay, yang kedua. Kalau we want to find the f, gx pula. Okay, so f step number 2, step number 1. Okay, so you just substitute the gx first. So gx is a x plus 1 here. Okay. Then f is a 2x here. So substitute every the x with the x plus 1. So got it the 2x plus 1 here. So you just expand to x plus 2. Okay. Okay, so G competition F, we have a 2x plus 1. F competition G, we have a 2x plus 2. So meaning that the answer is not same. So we can remark or noted here, G competition F is not equal to F competition G. You must, okay, tak boleh sama ya. Kalau buat F GX is not equal with the G FX. Boleh?
Boleh,
Setengah dah.
doktor.
Okay. Ngantuk ke? Okay, kita pergi cepat sikit lah. Okay, ini example dia lah. Okay, so about the composition, macam mana related with the injective and subjective here. Okay, if have and G, this function injective. Kalau G composition F juga injective. Okay, and if F and G is a subjective, kedua-duanya subjektif. Kalau kita buat the composition, dia punya hubungan ni pun subjektif juga. Okay, kita boleh proofkan kat situ lah using the injective punya part kan. A1 sama dengan A2, mesti sama. So in term of the G, B1 must be equal to B2. So when we do the G competition F, just put it the A1 here. Dia balik kepada A1 equal to A2. Okay, so this is injective. Okay, so you can look at yang previous lecture I give you tadi. Just now I give you the wording for the injective. Okay. Okay, kalau dia subjektif pun dia sama jugalah. Just put it the we got it the C here. Okay, in term this one punya wording dia. So when we do the G competition F, so we make sure G competition FX, GFX. So GFB ni will be, FA ni jadi B kan. B ni adalah C ni. So this is a subjective. Okay. So competition ni ada satu teorem lagi. We have a function F, function G, function H. Ada 3 lah kat sini. Kalau buat kat sini A, B, C, D. Okay, relation dia adalah F, relation dia adalah G, relation dia H. So from this one, we make sure is a H, G, ada 3. We have a 2 function here. Okay, H, G, H. H combination G, combination F. So in this step, awak kena buat G, fx. So dalam case ni, this cases, the step number one, you put it the fx first, and then the second one, the second step, and the last one, the third step. Okay, so dia boleh proofkan lah using this one. Okay, just tahu je lah, you must know about the proof case. Tak masuk pun. Okay, yang faham, yang pentingnya, the most important thing, you must know about this situation if we have a three function. Okay, so nak tahu lebih boleh cuba tengok kat situ. Kalau boleh buka lagi ni, saya tak sure dia boleh buka ke. Okay, about the injective, subjective and rejective. Okay, ni ada beberapa kartun. Cuba boleh baca dan tu tak ada apa pun, just your ni, just show about the function punya keadaan dia lah. Okay. Okay. So habis punya lecture kita today about the apa tadi? Function, well-defined function. Lepas tu type of function, we have a injective, subjective and also the injective, and sedikit from the composition function. Okay, next week we can go further for sikit lagi about the function. It's about inverse function. Okay, so hari Rabu ni, for hari Rabu this Wednesday, we have assessment 1 or test 1. Okay, during at class 11 until 12. So we can you may masuk juga into your Google Meet ni macam ni juga, and I akan conduct you through the Google Meet. So don't forget our test 1 on Wednesday during the class 11 until 12. We are the Google Meet. So you may dekat Putra Belas lah, you akan open the Putra Belas and tengok dekat situ lah Putra Belas. Ada nak tanya tak pasal tu? So chapter covers dia chapter 1 until chapter 3.
Doktor, berapa soalannya?
3 soalan, okay. Question number 1 is about the chapter 1, question number 2 is about the chapter 2, and question number 3 is about the chapter number 3. Okay, chapter number 3 is sikit je lah. Chapter number 3 is we just chapter number 1, 2 is a 12 marks. Chapter number 2 is 12 marks, and chapter number 3 is 6 marks only. So the total dia is a 30 marks.
Ada question kena proof ke doktor?
The question kena prove dia tu tak ada lah. Dia kalau tak ada saya lupa lah. Sekejap. Wait a minute.
Doktor nak tanya, so exam kita 1 jam, include kita scan and submit.
Okay, okay. 1 hours, 11 until 12, exactly 1 hours. So I hope you can attend the Google Meet earlier before 11. Then until 12 we stop. Okay, I can give you around 10 minutes to upload your PDF file. Okay?
Okay, doktor.
Saya lupa. Okay. Kalau question number 1 tu dia macam ni saya nak bagi. Question number 1 tu dia bagi satu keadaan, awak kena buat dia punya statement dia, ada inverse ke, ada converse ke, apa-apalah. Kan dia bagi satu statement macam tu. Dan ada truth table, so tak ada deductive reasoning dekat situ, ada truth table, and induction pun don't make sure kena tahu step-step tersebut, P1, P2 dia. Okay. Okay, question number 2 question number 2 ada proof tentang something deductive reasoning. Okay. Dan juga question number 2 awak kena buat saya bagi satu macam we give you some situation with the element of the set, so you can list down lah all the element, maybe word apa dia punya tu, list down and find the number of element, which is macam tu lah. Okay. And question number 3 is a 6 marks only, but just to determine reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and show this is an equivalent relation or not. Question number 3 tu senang je kan? Sikit je. Okay? Just tip for you.
Thank you, Doktor.
Okay. Okay, I hope if you not yet attended at Putra Blast, please do it now. Okay, before we finish 10 o'clock. So, to give you to strong your knowledge or information, please do it your tutorial. Okay, you can do the tutorial now, tutorial 1 until 3. And don't forget to look at my lecture. Kan kat situ ada berapa some of the tip, maybe to make the induction mathematic kan, we have a step until 5, you must certify step 1, step 2. Okay, so I hope you can use and do it from the step, because easier for me to mark your answer later. Okay, ada apa kat sini? Can we have the slide for the chapter 3? Chapter 3 I already gave you kan to the Putra Blast, Jenny. Maybe you want to my slide on the
yeah. I want the Google slide because some of the example didn't show in our notes.
Okay, I can give you via the WhatsApp maybe. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, I hope you stay okay. So please study for our test 1 on the Wednesday, okay? And the most important thing, take care yourself, you're healthy and stay safe. Okay? Okay, thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor.